Ben, let's still explain the race course a little bit.
Well, we're
about, how much time do we have?
We got less than a minute. When that yellow flag comes down, it's go. As you can see from the top of our screen, we've got at least we got 5 teams trying to start on port. That means there'll be 3 teams on starboard. They're just messing around right now.
Nice view to the starting line. Looks like the port end, that's the rubber boat with the orange flag, is dramatically favored at the moment.
Yeah, it does look like that. Here we go. Polish team has just accelerated. They're the first off the pin. And they're off. We'll see a lot of teams duck these starboard boats. The Swedish on starboard, the other Polish team on starboard. Let's see if someone's going to make the cross. Oh, the James Peters smart move goes down, bears away. 1 cross. Holy smokes, that was an exciting start. Polish are off to the left. We can see from the bottom course here that
boat definitely infringed the other guys. They will have to do turns, and they do them immediately. You can see it right away.
There they go. They're doing their 360.
No doubt about that.
The fleet separates the 5 boats who started on port, the 3 remaining who started on starboard who didn't make any infringements, and now we have another close call. This Polish boat there just crossing the Swedish boat. It looked to me like they had to duck a little bit, but maybe they'll get away with that. You can start to see our lane boundaries here in the foreground and the background. The teams must sail up between those 2. Here we can ride along with our sideline camera and see how close it is. If we can brighten that image up a bit, that'd be great.
I hear the protest flag went up on Italy 23. That was, but he did do his turn, so he's out and what do you call
it?
Exonerated himself, exactly.
Do you want to bring up the get ready on the virtual, and we'll see how that looks in a second?
So we see the boats progressing towards this windward mark, really short course. In the lead at the moment, the Polish boat with a spectacular start. They got away all right. If you look at the boats following them, it's like 5 boats really close together.
Yeah. And here we go. The Polish now approaching the board right to using the full maximum width of the lane boundary. They're still in first. They're happy there. The Swedish then also coming in, tacking right on the boundary. Off they go. Little bit of stall out there. They'll not too bad though. They'll be okay there. You can see the skipper hanging on the wire, waiting to clip in. And now you get an overview for the whole race. Some of our windsurfers are trying to just get over top of the race course here. I think they're figuring out what's going on.
It does look busy out there.
James Peters, big cross. James Peters, we saw him take a big duck to avoid fouling anyone off the start line. Good for him. He's up into 3rd or 4th. Now we've got the Spanish in, just tacking underneath James Peters. Oh, the Spanish are over. No,
almost. Rescued. They saved it.
And coming up to the windward mark here.
Polish boat in the lead.
Followed closely by Charlie Engberg from Sweden.
The Swedish boat.
Oh, they had to pinch a little bit to make that mark, so they're slow for the hoist. The Polish are going to get a chance to escape there. And we got the Alonso brothers round in 3rd. They were the team we almost saw capsize, but everyone was under the ley line, so they were all pinching, so a lot of separation happening. Oh, looks like a penalty on the Polish. They must have hit the marks. They're off doing their 360. 2 tacks back for, oh, that is the Spanish. That must have been Diego Button we saw come round in 3rd.
Whoa, a lot of action right now.
James, let's just get an overview of the whole fleet there. That'd be great. That's the scene as we see it before us. They're almost up on the leeward marks already.
Let's simplify that a little bit and have a look at the virtual display. In the lead, the Polish boat, followed by the Swedish boat and James Peters from Great Britain in 3rd position. Alonso's 4th, by the way. The winners of the last round are in 4th position.
This is the Poles. They just rounded the leeward mark, and here are the Swedes closely following them. So they've gotten through the leeward mark just fine. And here now we've got James Peters coming to the close side, and I think that's Diego Button also coming to the close side. Not quite as slick a rounding, giving away boat lengths there. The Italians going around the go left gate, and the Germans coming around the go right gate. And now we can see the Polish team who fouled at the windward mark. They're having a little bit of trouble. Beautiful shots here. Oh.
So the top 3 boats are the Polish. Are they still in the lead?
Yeah, they've come
out
up
on
to
the left side.
Left side there. They're just attacking to cross back over.
Second, Charlie Ekberg. Third, James Peters. And the Alonsos in 4th place.
Oh, that is the Alonsos that got around. So maybe it was Diego Bott and we almost saw capsize. That would make more sense.
Okay, Polish team bouncing back into the middle of the course, followed by the Swedes. And here comes James Peters.
Do you want to take a quick break to our virtual update and see how the teams are faring as they come up the course? This is automatically uploading, so the Poles there having a good race. That means they're tied for first now overall, winning the tiebreak.
But it's close behind. I mean, in 3rd position, Charlie Ekberg, 6 points. That's nothing with 2 races to go. And even the German team with 9 points has a chance of still winning this round.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. Here we are approaching the windward mark. We see Charlie Ekberg from Sweden coming in, tacking on the ley line, and the Poles are just about to go around the windward mark.
Not a solid lead, but it's the last downwind. They're just shooting down to the finish.
There we go. The Poles set nicely, and here comes Charlie Ekberg around the windward mark. James Peters in 3rd, as we saw before.
Spanish shooting in that gap again, but they're okay. That was legal.
They've dropped down to 5th, though. The Italians have got by them, Jacopo Plazzi. So the Alonso brothers are one of the older guard here, and they've got all these young kids playing around, so lots happening here. James, why don't you just follow everyone around the course? There we go. We see the windward mark cam.
Let's look at how the downwind evolves. We have the Polish boat in a solid lead, followed by the Swedes. If they don't capsize, they're going to make it like that.
This is into the finish now. We have to remind our viewers, Marcus. This
how
is
long
a very
is this
short
race? How old is this race now? Is it even 8 minutes?
No, it'll be less than 8
minutes.
minutes.
Really quick.
We talked to the race committee before the race. It's a 350-meter course, and they were worried about the length. So it's going to be about 6 to 7 minute races. But these guys will be huffing and puffing by the end. That's the Swedes safely through in 2nd place. And we see they've got a bit of a lead over the rest of the fleet there.
So the race winners are from Poland, Tomasz Januszewski, and in 2nd place, Charlie Ekberg.
3rd place, James Peters. Oh, tight battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. You can see the Alonsos just coming over the Polish. I don't think they got them, but that's 4 teams all by in about 3 seconds.
We'll see that in a replay in a second.
Tell us when you're ready. And
okay, let's zoom up into that really close finish here by those 3 boats. And Jacopo Plazzi came 4th, and Jan-Hauke Eriksson 5th. Alonso 6th. Not a good result for the guys who jumped into this fleet with a spectacular performance in the morning. That concludes race 1 of round 3.
It sure does. Whew,
let's look at the overall score. It's
Thomas Janowski from Poland. He's in 1st place. James Peters.
And tied on point with James Peters. And then only 6 points for Charlie Ekberg and 7 points for Jan-Hauke Eriksson and Max Lutz.
For our viewers out there, we'll notice that all 4 of those teams have stars beside their names, along with Diego Botten there in 8th place. That designates them as youths. This event not only is the 2012 European Championship, but it's also the Youth World Championship. So those guys are all battling for another prize to be a Youth World Champion. So
whoever's ahead of these 3 boats is going to be the world champion, because there's no youth team in the top 7 at the moment.
That's right. These are the top place youth teams. These 5 are still in the running.
So this round is a world championship.
This round is a world championship.
Yeah, it's the final round of a world championship. Only one is going to make it through and be the youth world champion in the 49ers. How many times have we held the 49er youth world championships before?
I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time. It's something we're going to introduce as a class going forward to the future, following on from the success they've had in the Finn class, and now we'll have the FX as well coming into the play. So should be a lot of teams. There's a lot of youth here in the 49er class. We had 33 teams competing in the under 23 level this week.